Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, make sure to subscribe because the bells we pay themselves helps us out. For today's video, yes, we've got another album review. I know, another album review, but guess what? Two really good albums came out back to back, and I'm reviewing both albums back to back. First was Selena Gomez's Rare. Today is Poppy's wholly and highly anticipated record, I Disagree, which I could not be more excited to let you guys know my thoughts on everything of this record. I probably have 2 pages worth of notes here, so sit back, relax, grab a coffee, grab some tea, grab whatever you need that rhymes to get you through this album review, because I have a lot to say, and I'm excited mainly because I've reviewed every single one of her records and every single one of her projects, and this one I feel like it's the biggest one I've reviewed, so I'm excited. So sit back, relax, and I hope you stick around, and if you want to hear my thoughts, keep on watching. Before I get into it, I do want to say I feel amazing and confident today because I have like a nice foundation on today. By the way, I have been so like in the dark ever since Vlogmas. I haven't really updated you guys on anything that I've purchased, although if you do follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, you probably should, it's in the description box. I got a new foundation. I got the Westman Atelier Vital Skin Foundation, and I am the shade Atelier 10, and honestly, it's a stick foundation. It's amazing and it's incredible. I think I might just do a whole dedicated video on this and the whole Westman Atelier brand, because not a lot of people talk about it, so I want to be one of those people that talks about it. Anyways, you don't want to hear me talk about makeup, you want to hear my review, so let's get on with the review. Okay, so the elephant in the room with this record is that it is the first album she releases under a new label. She went from Matt Deason to Sumerian Records, and Sumerian Records is a record label that specializes in heavy metal rock groups and artists, and so it was fitting for her to release a album that sounds very heavy metal rock with a heavy metal rock label. It is also her first full-length album since Am I a Girl. Obviously, she did release last year her EP Choke, which I feel was kind of a little taste test of what we would get from I Disagree, which I just thought was beautifully made and beautifully crafted. It was beautifully crafted. Also, the bigger elephant, or dare I say, the rhinoceros of this record, it is that it's her first album since her departure from her former director. If you are not in the loop of things, her and her former director have parted ways and are no longer working together. However, he does have songwriting credits for every single song in this record, so even if they have parted ways creatively, he will still get some of the revenue from this record as being a credited writer and producer. And it's kind of funny how he's a credited writer and producer with this record, which we're gonna get into it all, but he's in there. Now, my mouth was wide open during this whole album. Like, it was wide open in shock, in just astonishment, in just like, what the hell? Like, I was left speechless with this record. I will just say that. I was left speechless with this record. I could not believe the things she wrote. I could not believe the way the music was crafted. I could not believe how she was doing the songs as well. Like, it was just crazy. Obviously, I had an inkling as to what I could expect from this record. I kind of knew what I was getting myself into from listening to Concrete and the album title track. I knew what I was getting myself into, but I did not expect it to be this big and this crazy and this just astounding. Like, I just could not believe it. And she just knows how to blow me away with every single record. Poppy the Computer, obviously that felt like a soundtrack to her videos back in the day, and it was done really well. Am I a Girl started to become a huge departure from her last record, obviously with the last 3 songs being very heavy metal influence, which then gave us the segue to Choke, then Choke gave us the segue to this record, and she just knows how to make an album. Like, she's only made 3, but I just genuinely feel she knows how to make a good record. This is a creative and musical triumph for Poppy. I just think this is just an incredible body of work. Visually, musically, lyrically, it is a triumph for her. It is a just geniusly crafted body of work, and dare I say, this is her most honest and open body of work of her whole career. Like, this is honest, it's open, it's vulnerable in such a loud and ruckus way, and you kind of get lost within the guitars and the heavy metal and the screaming to really notice the vulnerability, the openness, and the honesty within this record. So you do have to do a little bit of digging within the lyrics to really grasp as to what she's trying to convey within the whole record and the message she's trying to send out to everyone with this record. You might have to hear some of the songs in reverse to get a little message here and there too. But this is her most honest body of work, and dare I say also that the old Poppy is dead. She is dead, and we probably knew that when Concrete came out. I felt like it was a genius idea to have Concrete not only be the first song people listen to from this record, but also be the first song in this record, because it just lets you know very loud and proud, the Poppy that said I'm Poppy for 10 minutes straight, the Poppy that read the Bible, the Poppy that had Charlotte, the plant, the skeleton, everything is dead. She is gone. She is never coming back. She will never be coming back. The low-life Poppy, the Poppy, the computer Poppy, she will never be back anymore. She is new. She is real. She is honest. She is raw. She dyed her hair brown. Oh my God. Also, I will say the lyrics are very challenging. It is a lyrically challenging and thought-provoking album. It is also her best work as a songwriter, because she is the main songwriter for every single song in this record. There is 4 or 5 people credited within every single song. It is the same 4 or 5 people within every single song, which are mainly the people who accompany her on tour, her band, and they helped write some of the parts. But what I feel happened is that I think she wrote the whole song, and they helped out with obviously production and the instruments and everything, but they're credited as writers as well. I think the way this album is written definitely lets you know and gives you an insight as to where she wants to take her career going on forward with I Disagree. And I'm genuinely very excited. I'm genuinely very, you know, just thrilled to see her genuinely happy doing what she wants to do. And I love the fact that, you know, you do have to, you know, dig a little deeper to, you know, get at the actual meaning of every single song, and I appreciate that and I respect that in a songwriter so much. Now, I will say this record outperforms all of her previous work. And also, I do want to mention this now, and I think it is important to note this for everyone who's bitching and crying about the fact that she has gone into a much more heavier sound. The clues were throughout her whole career that this was eventually going to be the route she was going to take. I don't know what you all were seeing, I don't know what you all were listening to, but you could clearly tell within the majority of her discography that this is the route she was going to take eventually. There's songs like Alter and Bubble Bath, which sounds very like, it sounds like a bubblegum rock song. Then there's songs in Popular Computer like My Microphone and Software Upgrade, which are a little bit louder, and obviously My Microphone is like a rock influenced song. Then obviously with Am I a Girl, with, you know, the title track song, Play Destroy, and Time Is Up, you could clearly tell what route she was going to take for the next record. So the clues were everywhere that this was eventually going to be the path she would take on musically, and I like the fact that she was able to leave clues throughout her career and really hint at it throughout all of her music, so that it doesn't come as such a huge shock when she was going to take on a heavy metal rock album. Yet still, people are still shocked about it. I just don't get it. I don't get why people are shocked. Like, you could clearly, if you listen to all of her music from like start to finish, from Low Life till now, you could tell there was a really slow but steady, you know, like spoon feeding you like rock music here and there until she went full on with X and Choke and now this. The way this record is track listed, the way this record is put together, it feels like a thrill ride from start to finish. It feels like a cohesive body of work that takes you to hell, then straight back to earth like a dream. The way I visualize this record is that, you know, you start in a nightmare. You essentially start in a nightmare and you're dead, and you go through this entire journey in hell, and then you end up back on planet Earth with Don't Go Outside. And I absolutely love the way this album was track listed. I would not change a single thing about this record. I will say that. I would not change a single thing about this record. The bitch did that. Like, she did that. This bitch did that with this record. Like, it's perfect. Like, for me personally, in terms of a poppy record, this is perfect. There's not a single thing I would change. And, you know, this album has jaw-dropping songs with insanely jaw-dropping lyrics. And I'm looking at you, anything like me. She did not hold back. There was no robot girl singing. There was none of that. There was a real woman with real and raw emotions singing and writing these songs, and it is so beautiful to see that unfold, even if it's in a heavy metal rock sound. Now this does beg the question, is this the real Poppy? Is this what she's always wanted to do? And the answer is yes. This is what she's always wanted to do. I'm pretty sure this is what she wanted to start out with in her career. She wanted to make music that sounded like this, but if you could tell from the lyrics in her past work, I think especially in the song Pop Music and Poppy the Computer, you know, she writes in the lyrics and somebody told me I should follow where the money goes. So essentially what she did for the beginning of her career, she pretty much followed the money. She followed the trends. She followed what was hot. She followed what was in, what was popular, and did that and created that and created a whole world revolving around the fact that she wanted to be a big star. So she did what everyone was doing, and I applaud her. She is a really smart woman. She's an incredibly smart artist, and I think with this record in particular, she has transformed into a fully fledged artist without the need of her videos. I just personally feel like she doesn't need to make these videos anymore. She doesn't need to, you know, put on a pastel dress and be behind a white background talking to a mannequin anymore to prove to the audience and to prove to the world that she is an artist. She is an artist with a purpose. She is an artist with a story to tell. She is an artist with a message that not a lot of people put out there into the world, and I respect that. This record is a loud masterpiece. I am gonna go to great lengths, and this might be a reach for some people because I know this is gonna be a reach for some people, but dare I say this is the first contender for Grammys 2021 question mark, wink wink. I hope so. I really do hope so. This record is beautifully crafted. It is beautifully made. I would not be surprised if even like in the rock metal genre of best album, it would be nominated. Like, I hope and pray Sumerian Records plays their cards right and puts this for consideration to the Academy to have it nominated, to have it hopefully win a Grammy. I mean, that would be incredible. I hope so. I really do hope so. This record is perfect in every way possible, and some of the standout songs for me, I mean, I would easily put the whole record as a standout, but some of the songs that just like, ooh, the got to me are Blood Money, Anything Like Me, Sit and Stay, and Don't Go Outside. Don't Go Outside is one of the best endings I have heard to an album in such a long time. I honestly, I should have said this in the beginning. I haven't been this excited about a record since Taylor Swift's Reputation. Like, that is just how incredible this record is. I compare it to just how excited and over the moon and shocked I was when I heard Reputation. This is her Reputation era. And, you know, the ending of Reputation was incredible with New Year's Day. So was the ending of I Disagree with Don't Go Outside. I love how it essentially summarizes the whole record for you in the form of a lullaby at the very end, and I absolutely love that. And this is, Don't Go Outside is probably one of her best songs that she has ever made because it is just that incredible. And that is why I feel so confident and so just head set and headstrong on giving this record the overall rating of 10 out of 10. It is perfect, it is stunning, it is loud, it is crazy, it is also very vulnerable and honest and very raw, and I am very excited for the future of Poppy. I am very excited to see her career keep going further and further, and I've heard from a little birdie somewhere that she's already working on the next record, which I'm so excited. I'm genuinely so excited, and I'm so happy for her. I'm gonna go see her live at the Fonda Theater when she comes, I think February 21st. And if you guys haven't gotten tickets to go see her live, you definitely should. She said she was playing the whole record from start to finish, so I just think that will be an incredible thrill ride, and I hope you guys listen to this record because it is genuinely amazing and it is wonderful. Even if you don't like heavy metal rock music, you will find something about this record that you genuinely love. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give it a massive thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts and opinions on this record, and also subscribe because the bells will pay themselves, helps us out, and press the bell button to get notified when I upload a brand new video. And I will see you tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I don't know. Goodbye.